Hi, and welcome back to Pretty Creative Stuff. Today is my puppy's gotcha day. Gotcha! If you don't know what a gotcha day is, that basically means it's the anniversary of when I adopted these pups. Now, I didn't adopt them by myself. My husband and I actually adopted them from our local animal shelter 1 year ago today, and in honor of that anniversary, I am going to share multiple things that I have learned since adopting puppies, because they were only 4 months old when we brought them home. Watch until the end to hear what I recommend doing before you adopt a dog and to find out how we celebrated Gotcha Day. First of all, dogs are expensive, even if you get a dog from an animal shelter. Even if someone just gives you a puppy for free, there are a lot of things you have to buy. Aren't there? There's so many things you have to buy, Violet. You need lots of stuff. What do you need? You're gonna need some harnesses or collars, and you're gonna need leashes. You need food and treats. Here's where we keep their dog food. Huge thing of dog food. I'll put a link to my Amazon storefront in the description box where you can see all of my puppy essentials. These are our pups' favorite dog treats. And this is what we use for dental health. Our dogs love all of these different flavors. We call this one an alligator. We call this one a churro. And this one kind of looks like a bone or like a toothbrush. You need grooming products like brushes and combs. You need somewhere for the dogs to sleep. I'm sitting on a Nugget comfort couch right now with a dog blanket over it. We also have actual dog beds that we got for the puppies. Dog blankets are particularly great because they're comfy for the dog to sleep on. You could use it as a dog bed, and they are also protecting your furniture. So they can scratch it instead of scratching your furniture. If they go potty on it, it won't leak through. This is our Nugget comfort couch, and we have a dog blanket on here. It's such a comfy one. I want to get some more, maybe different colors. Hey Violet, do you like the dog blanket? Do you like the dog blanket? Yeah. And toys! Look at all these toys, and this isn't even all of them. Maybe even dog clothes. The list is basically endless. Basically, dogs are expensive. Also, if you adopt a dog, you can't bring a dog with you everywhere. If you're at work or at school or you decide to go on vacation, you might have to leave your dog at home by itself. So unless you have a family member or a friend who volunteers to watch your dog for you, like my mom watches our dogs for us, and we are so lucky that she loves them just as much as we do. But if you don't have that, you're gonna have to pay someone to watch your dog or board your dog, and that can add up. And you may need some sort of enclosure, like a crate or a playpen for the puppies or dogs to be in when you're not home, so they don't destroy everything. That's next. Dogs are messy. Before adopting these cute little sweetnesses, this is Doodle, before adopting them, I didn't realize that the expression "the dog ate my homework" was actually reality, but it is. These dogs eat paper, they eat cardboard, they eat wood. Just yesterday, one of them, I think it was Doodle, got a wooden spoon out of the dishwasher, and now it's basically in shreds. Like, they can be really destructive. This is a Gabby's dollhouse headband that was my daughter's toy. That's destroyed. That's just an example of what they can do to plastic. So they eat a lot of things. They have destroyed the storage ottoman where we keep all of their stuff. It's like, it needs to be thrown out and replaced. We've tried to put plastic in front of it so they can't dig at it, but like, if we're not watching them closely, like they have dug through all the like cheap particle board. Harder wood they have a problem destroying, but this like cheap cardboard type wood, they just go right through. And the fabric, they ripped up the fabric. This actually looked nice before. I'm kind of waiting until they get out of this destructive phase before buying a new one, but I don't know when that's gonna be. So here's what we do to try to minimize the destruction. When we first got our puppies, we have a playpen that we would keep them in when we weren't actively watching them. Like if we were at school or work or gone somewhere or asleep, we would keep them in their playpen. Now we basically let them have the run of most of our downstairs. We keep all the bedroom doors closed, and we try to keep the downstairs as puppy friendly as possible. But like with the example of the wooden spoon and the Gabby's dollhouse headband, sometimes we miss something and there's still destruction. Speaking of destruction, they have even chewed on our stairs, on the corner of our stairs. I read that one hack that you can do for that is to get a lemon and rub a lemon on it. We have a lemon tree in our backyard, so as soon as I read that, I went outside, I grabbed a lemon, and I rubbed the peel on the corner of the stairs where they've been chewing on it. I think it's worked so far. Okay, next, Potty training isn't always easy. We try to train our dogs to go to the bathroom outside when we first got them, but that ended up being more frustrating than it was really worth. We live in LA, so we don't really get snow, but in the winter it was raining a lot, and we ended up keeping them inside and training them to go on a pee pad inside a plastic crate thing. It's like a grate. And that ended up working out really well. And for the most part, they just use that and it's fantastic. But they still have an accident every once in a while. And with 2 of them, there's twice as much to clean up. And especially when there's puppies, there's like 50 million times as much to clean up because I think puppies poop like every 5 minutes or something. It seems constant. And then every once in a while, they step in it. By they, I mean this one steps in it. And he has a lot of fur. So it's a real mess to clean up. Which brings me to, they need to be groomed a lot. And once again, I mean this one. Oh, puppy kisses. I'm still searching for the absolute perfect brush, but I have several. I have this one, which I use a lot, just general brushing. I have this one, which is absolutely amazing for getting mats out because his fur gets matted every once in a while, like quite often actually, because I don't brush him as much as I should. Even if you have a pet that doesn't have long hair that needs to be brushed a lot, you still have to buy shampoo and nail clippers and some sort of brush because you still need to brush them a little bit. There's just so much stuff. And you could take them to a groomer, but that would cost even more. We've decided to groom them the best we can at home, and it's kind of a good bonding time with the pets too. So either way, whether you take them to a groomer or you buy the grooming supplies yourself, it's an extra expense. All right, so we adopted 2 puppies, and I would say that 2 is better than 1, kind of. I'm really glad that we adopted 2 dogs. They're brother and sister, and I think it's great that they have each other. They even groom each other. And the main reason I'm glad that we adopted 2 is that when we're not home or when we're working or at school or really just when we're not actively able to play with them, I know they can play together. And they do play together a lot, which is great. So I'm really glad that they have each other. However, 2 dogs is twice as much work as 1 dog, and we adopted them at the same time. They are from the same litter. They are brother and sister, even though they don't look alike. And that means that they were puppies at the exact same time, and they're destructive and messy and pooping and all of that at the exact same time. So those first few months were kind of crazy. It still can be kind of crazy sometimes. And one negative to having 2 dogs is that when one of them does something like destroy something, rip something up, eat something, has an accident, goes potty somewhere where they shouldn't, we don't always know which one did it, which can make it harder to correct the problem because we don't know which dog caused the problem. Dogs are so loving. I always thought I was a cat person until we got these dogs, but now I know I'm a dog person. Dogs give such unconditional love. When anyone in our house has had a bad day or maybe is in a bad mood or something, we'll say, do you need to hug a puppy? And seriously, there is just something about hugging a puppy and holding a puppy. I call our dogs puppies, even though they're over a year old. They're little, so I always think of them as puppies. But there's just something about hugging or holding a dog that is just so calming and just makes you feel better. They really are like emotional support. I know people say like an emotional support animal. Dogs really are good for your mental health. They don't need any sort of certification or something. They're just good for your mental health. These are Doodle and Violet, and they're the most loving puppies in the world. Despite any of the problems that I have mentioned, their love, their unconditional love, it's everything. It makes you not care about the messes or the expenses or anything. You just care about the puppies and their love. And I am no longer a cat person. I'm a dog person because I will tell you, cats don't love like dogs love. If you're thinking about adopting a dog, I highly recommend doing your research to make sure you get the right dog for your house. And so unlike me, you know a little bit more of what to expect before you bring that dog home. Because we basically adopted the dog and then we went on Amazon and bought a bunch of stuff. And except for the things the animal shelter gave us, we were like not prepared. It all worked out and it was fine. But I would recommend getting the essential pet supplies first and then visiting your local animal shelter to find the perfect dog for you. There are lots of pets at animal shelters that need loving homes, and you could be that home for a pet. I put a link in the description box to a video about our pet adoption story. And finally, I'm going to tell you how we celebrated Gotcha Day. We celebrated Gotcha Day by watching a movie with our dogs. The movie we watched was called Hotel for Dogs, which is a great movie about adoption and fostering and dogs. So it's the perfect Gotcha Day movie. We all really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend that for Gotcha Day. After this video, I recommend either watching the video about our dog adoption or the video about how we celebrated our puppy's first birthday. You can find both of those videos on my end screen, and we also have a puppy playlist, which you can watch the puppy playlist video to see even more puppy fun. Bye. Bye. Oh, they are so loving. They are seriously so loving. I just love this little pup so much. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ring the bell so you're notified about upcoming videos, and tell me in the comments, how would you celebrate Gotcha Day? See you next time. Bye.